Hey there, Sarah Nickerson. I'm a psychic medium. I'm the founder of NextGen Medium, which is a metaphysical reality. It's about getting to know your soul abilities, your psychic medium, intuitive abilities. I think they're innate in everybody. And I'm an example of someone who didn't know they had these abilities and now they do. And I work with them every day and I want to teach people how to use them themselves. It's been a very empowering experience having learned this stuff and has led me into a world, an unseen world, that has shown me a lot of possibility that I never would have seen without this stuff. So I'm all about bringing that power to the people because your power is choice. So I came across a survey done by YouGov America. And it's about America's New Age spiritual movement views, and that this stuff is becoming a lot more popular to the everyday American. In this poll, they asked 1,000 Americans several questions about their beliefs and what they believe in and what they think is possible or not possible. I came across a lot of things that I thought were pretty interesting to look at. Especially being a person who subscribes to being a psychic medium. Another way I like to say that is that I have these skills and I use them and I know how to tap into them whenever I want. I think these are skills. I don't think it's who you are, right? And I think that's an important thing when we talk about this list when it comes to Americans and their points of view about things and the good things that are happening when it comes to Americans' views of New Age beliefs, but also some of the things that are kind of interesting from my point of view of being someone who's been in this for a while and now sees the world very differently and sees it work very differently than what I grew up with knowing and what I was told it was all about. First of all, I am an American. I have an American point of view of how things are and why things are. And I think there's some really interesting things on this list that point to how Americans understand the world, but also how they don't understand the world in the way that I do and how I've evolved to understand it through evidence and through possibility. So in this poll, they actually have like 20 concepts that they asked these 1,000 people if they believe in each of the following. And at the very, very top of the list, 55% of the people polled believed in karma. And I can understand why, of all the things on the list, why this is at the very top. And you know what comes to mind is the phrase, karma's a bitch. And I think that phrase actually shares a sentiment in a very American kind of way that it is become integrated in our society enough where we've seen it and to some extent we believe it. But one thing I noticed about karma being on the top of the list is that I see manifesting 1, 2, 3, 4 spots below it. So 55% people polled believe in karma, but only 29% believe in manifesting. So manifesting, like that term, that word is newer, I think, to our cultural awareness than karma. However, what's interesting about their relation is karma is a piece of manifesting. Like that's a part of universal law. Is you get what you put in, you get back what you put out. As above, so below. That's one of the universal laws. And manifesting is all about being in accordance with the universal laws. There's a few of those laws. And karma is evidence of, part of the universal law system. So karma is opening the door for manifesting that idea here in America. But maybe there's some concepts of manifesting that challenge Americans so much in how they understand the world that I'm not sure if it can catch on. Like karma, a very simple, you get what you give kind of concept. I'm not sure if manifesting could breach some very embedded American views. So manifesting is the idea of creating your reality, of getting your desires. And it has to do with thought, and it has to do with emotion. It also has to do with trial and error. And some of these things I don't think Americans are too into. We like it quick and easy, and if there's effort in it, then we'll give a little bit, but we're not willing to really, use our curiosity because we put too much expectations into things. Also with manifesting is the idea that your emotions create conditions. Americans are really integrated with the idea that things happen to us, but aren't quite sure if it just is what it is, or if it's, something else is in charge to put things in the way and make obstacles, and why. And with manifesting, it's you taking control in that you are creating the conditions that come to you. I don't know if Americans can kind of buy into that, or if Americans want to be responsible in that way. I can certainly see that Americans revel in freedom, but when it comes to the curiosity and actual trying to gain freedom, I don't know if they're willing to put the effort in, or have the curiosity, or to put aside their expectations. And with that, that's my manifestation segment. Fuck you, America! No, I'm American. Like, I'm in it too. But I can certainly see how Americans get in the way with just how they do what they do and their understandings of things. Also on the list, hypnosis came in second at 41%. Extraterrestrials and UFOs, those came in at number 3 with 39%. Spirit possession came in at number 4 at 34%. I look at this list and I put things into categories based on the experiences I've had for the past 4 years, how I've grown to understand things and how I perceive things very differently. I would put spirit possession, mediums channeling, psychic readings. I would put those all together. If I was to categorize this list of 20 things, because I see we're dealing with spirit and soul, the presence of that and what that's capable of doing, especially with mediumship. And so it's interesting to see spirit possession with 34% and mediumship at 21%. Like there's almost a 15-point difference there. And it surprises me because I look at the phrase spirit possession, and to me, it gives an impression that a spirit can take over your body without you wanting it to do that. And that is foreign to my experience, and it moves against my theory that we all, our power, here we go, our power is choice. And so you choose to allow that to happen, or you choose to deflect it or to stop it. Like, I don't believe that spirit possession happens without a willing participant. So it's just so American to be a victim, and I feel like spirit possession is just ridiculously high on this list. It's concerningly high and separated so much from mediums or channeling. So that's where you would need a person if you can't do it yourself. I think this also reinforces how much Americans just don't trust other people. I'm actually looking at the list and seeing how many of these items require another person. And we're looking at, let's see, 21% is the highest. So that's 1 in 5 people believe other people at the most when it comes to this stuff. When it comes to connecting with other people with people who've passed. That's mediumship, that's 21%. Psychic readings is at 17%. Tarot card readings, you might need someone else for that. It is kind of interesting to see spirit possession so high on the list comparatively to specialists, like through my work as a medium or a psychic. I even see tarot card readers as being able to do what I do. They just have a tool. That's all it is. You're using the physical world tools in order to guide your intuition and psychic and medium abilities in that spiritual realm. They're tools to inspire. That's really what it is. I thought this was a pretty interesting survey. There's so much more to it. But here I am looking at the list and going, okay, we're getting somewhere. But for my livelihood and the things that I do and the things that are so passionate and important to me, I see what America is just holding on to and can't just let go of, even though it's for their betterment. It's for that freedom that America is so clingy to, which I'm clinging to freedom, but Americans don't understand that choice is freedom. And when you get a choice of your reality, that's freedom. Especially when the reality doesn't work for the individual. And in the next few years, things are going to rapidly change towards the individual. So if America wants to get on board with really being free, really embracing freedom, then they got to get on board with this stuff, because it's coming. The world's going to move on without you, you know. So take a look at that. I got a link for it in the description below. Some really interesting numbers in here. And this was conducted in August of 2022, so not too long ago. And those were my thoughts. I certainly see the information I get from this helps me understand how people are approaching the stuff that I do. I've been in it for 4 years, and I see the world so differently now. And there's a lot of things that I've let go that other people haven't. And so I have to help people and still be practical. I have to be able to relate. And thankfully, I have 33 years of being able to relate and 4 years of living a life very different from that. I have, if you want to try it out, I have some group coaching, mentoring coming up. I have 3 different programs. One is for manifesting, one is for getting to know your psychic medium abilities, and another is to figure out your purpose and to align with your higher self and learn your intuition, your inner guidance. So those are 3 separate programs. They are beginning the first week of January, and you got to sign up by December 30th. So I understand, after going through that, 50% of people are kind of into this stuff. But to really put the effort forward to want to feed that curiosity and to commit to feeding that curiosity, that's hard to commit to when it comes to in-person kind of stuff. So I understand what doing an online Zoom call, how that can preserve some of your egoic needs. And I get it. I get wanting to remain and have some anonymity during this process, because it's not an easy process to be vulnerable. It's not an easy process, to be honest, with yourself and other people. You want to learn the things, and you don't want to get too much out of your comfort zone. But I think these Zoom calls that I'm offering are a way to kind of meet you halfway there. I do have an online course about getting to know your soul abilities discovery workshop. And it's lengthy and it's thorough and it teaches you everything. So you can get that too if you'd prefer to just be independent and do your own thing. I'm one of those people. But I gotta say, when you have a group and you start trusting other people with this stuff and you all have the same goal, to want to get to know this stuff and really understand it and to see it and witness it affecting people's lives in really positive ways. It's like, it really changes your world and your group of peeps, the people that you want to connect with, because that is certainly going to be a part of your spiritual process, is wanting to connect with people that value the same things you do. So check out my website, nextgenmedium.com. Sign up for those group coaching programs by December 30th. First session starts the first week of January, but I have 4 sessions going out through the winter and spring. So if you want to get in on that, sign up. I'd love to have you in the class, and I want to help the people. So please be one of those people. I can't wait to get started. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Maybe that one. Links below.